Hey everyone, this is Steve Bell. This is my week 7 I think it's week 7, 1, 2, 3, yeah, week 7 update after my VSG, which I had on the 28th of June 2016 here in Melbourne. I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on what's been happening in my world. I'll start with all the statistics, in which I'll be putting up there. So, my starting weight my highest weight was 155.5 kilos, or 343 pounds, back in May this year. And at my weight at surgery was 144 kilos, or 317.5 pounds. And my weight this week was 129 kilos, or 284.4 kilos. So that that means I've lost 26 kilos with a 58.6 pounds since my highest weight. And then this week I've lost just 0.8 of a kilo, or 1.8 pounds. So I had a bit of a slower week this week, but that's fine. It's quite interesting in the sense of when I'm going through the process that I'm starting to. I've been having like big losses where I've been losing some weeks losing 4 kilos and 7 kilos and like 4 kilos and 3 kilos and that kind of things, and it's starting to slow down a little bit. But I think it's actually quite interesting, because I lost 0.8 when I lost 0.8 of a kilo this week. If you go like, I think it's good that it's actually starting to get more of a kind of regular, what I would say a normal weight loss. So it's not the kind of huge weight loss that I've experienced in the past, but I know one of the apps that I track my weight on was the CSIRO diet app, and that you put your weight in there each Monday morning, and for week after week I put my weight in, and I get this warning flashes up on the screen that says you have lost too much weight this week, you better watch yourself, and this kind of stuff. It's you concerned on what I've been doing to lose that weight. And this was the first week that I actually didn't get that. It was like, congratulations, you lost 0.8 of a kilo, or 1.8 pounds. And so I think it's now becoming more of a regular kind. I'm hoping that it's more of a kind of regular kind of weight loss. It's still having those great weeks where you lose heaps, but it's a bit of a kind of more regular kind of weight loss that you experience we've experienced when we've had other diets and things like that. So a couple of things that have happened this week. I went and saw my surgeon last week, so after my last update, and look, it's really funny when I go and see my surgeon now, because it's literally a 10-minute appointment, and I go in there. He says, "How you going?" "Good. What's been happening? How's your food?" All this kind of stuff. He also gave me a printout of some of the photos from the surgery. So looking at looking at my stomach and how it's been cut out and those kind of things, which is quite interesting. And I might actually put them up on a video at some stage. I'm still trying to work out how to put pictures in there. And I've also got a whole lot of pictures that I've been trying to take a picture most weeks of a front picture and a side picture, just looking at kind of my weight loss, which has been quite interesting, and keeping myself a bit honest. And I'm also, tomorrow morning, I'm actually going to see my psychologist, so which will be good. So I saw her before I started pre-diet, and before I had my dates, and then so it's good to catch up with her and see what's going on with her. I'm not sure what happens in the States when you have surgery, but the clinic that I've gone through, which is the Heidelberg Weight Loss Centre, they literally have your surgeon who's on staff there, you've got your dietitian who's on staff there, and you've also got a psychologist who's on staff there. So it's all bang in the same place. So I've been going there most weeks lately, where I've had appointment with a surgeon, or an appointment with my dietitian, or an appointment with the psychologist. So next week will be the first week that I won't have an appointment there. So it's been quite interesting since all the weeks that we've been going through. So just a couple of things. I've transitioned to what we say normal foods this week, which is something, but it's been interesting. I've been trying new foods and all that kind of stuff. I've had some really good experiences with some new foods, and I've had some not so great experiences. So I actually had a sausage, a curried sausage, as my wife made the other night, and it didn't go down well at all. So I'm really trying to work out where. I think it was the outer casing of the sausages which didn't go down real well at all, and I actually was I actually vomited after having that. So it's just trying to transition things. So most of my meals I've actually been trying to probably keep it a little bit of a consistent meals most of the days that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. So I'm still having like a breakfast smoothie in the morning if it's a homemade one, or if it's also, I found a product which I've shown in previous videos, which is 30 grams of protein. I think they call it high protein breakfast shakes. For those people in Australia who wants more information about that, please let me know, and I can send you some information through that. But I found they're really good in the sense of trying to get my 50 to 60 grams of protein each day. It's really good because I have that drink and there's 30, so it's a really good starting point for my day. Still been having soups for lunch, so just most days when I'm at work I have a soup, and most of the time I've been making a soup at home, or been even buying some of the shop soups and some of the bigger soups, and then just having different serves, having a serve over 2 or 3 days, which has been great. And really some of the shop soups, it's been good just to try different soups that I probably wouldn't normally make. I'm always keen to make new recipes. Making some Greek yogurt and having Greek yogurts for an afternoon tea, and then in the night for dinner I've really been trying to test some different things to how I go with textures and things like that. So some things that I've been finding really good are some of the fish patties, which have been good, and I just have a couple of fish patties. I told you about the curry sausages, it didn't go down real well, and even falafel balls and things like that have been really good, and so I'm finding them quite good to have. One of the things that I wanted to bring up this week, and getting a bit of advice from some people, and I think I've already said that in my previous videos, between my wife, we've got 3 kids. We've got Matilda, who's about 5 months old. We've got Oscar, who's 4 years, and we've got Xavier, who's 6. And one of the things that we've been struggling, like most families do, in the sense of getting food into our 4 and our 6-year-old. And one of the things that I've had to really pull myself back on is moving on from that whole tradition of you've got to eat everything that's on your plate. So I've been with myself has been really good in the sense of I've been really strict in the sense of if I'm full I don't finish the plate, and I have to say most days, most meals that I've had I haven't really finished. So I'm still using a little bowl with which has got a measuring in there and things like that, and I'm probably serving myself up a quarter to a half cup of food, and most of the time I don't get through that. So, but just trying to, when we serve up our meal for the boys, I have to pull myself up from not being the over efficient of saying you have to eat everything in your plate and everything in your bowl. And I just wouldn't know see if there's other people out there who have got young kids and how they've dealt with that kind of stuff. So, in just trying to make sure that they're actually getting enough food in themselves, but also trying to I don't want them to start falling down the same track of myself of just having this always having to feel that I have to finish my meals. So that's about it this week. One of the other things that I ended up doing this week was trying to do some walking each day. I ended up playing tennis for the first time since surgery last Wednesday night, which was great, and quite funny because and for people who've been following my YouTube clips for a while, they will probably remember that I had a bit of a fall after my surgery, and guess what? I had another fall at tennis. So not to the extent of the fall I had after surgery. It was just I was going for a ball and didn't slow down and fell on the ground. So diving for a ball. So I scraped up my knee and those kind of things, and I was wearing those skin tights underneath my shorts, and I ripped a hole in my tights, which is always fun. But it was really good to get back into tennis, and I ended up being asked to play for an emergency for another tennis side tonight, which was a group of my a side that I used to play with, which is probably has my best mate and has a whole lot of mates. That it was really good to play with those guys, and it was really good to actually, especially when I was playing tennis last year, I was getting to the end. We play 3 sets in the night, and I was getting to the third set, and I was really struggling to get through it. But I felt like tonight I was playing better tennis. Both nights that I've played tennis, I've been pretty rusty. But as the night has gone on, I've started to playing a lot better than I am playing a lot better, and it's been great to get back into that kind of sport. And I'm thinking through the 26 kilos I've lost, there was a number of people who were at the club that I was playing at today, that know me from there and have known me for a long time. And the amount of comments that I got, oh gee, you look like you've lost a heap of weight, and so yeah, I have. So some of them know about the surgery, and some of them don't know about the surgery. And I didn't tell anyone about the surgery tonight. I'm still at that. It's quite interesting. I found some of the people at work I've told some people I've told about the surgery at work, and when I look back, I'm going, well, I didn't really need to tell that person. But tonight, I just thought, well, I'm not gonna say anything. I just said been doing the things that need to be done, so eating some right foods and doing exercise and things like that, that's what I'm trying to do. So, but anyway, that's about me for tonight. Just for everyone else out there, I hope you're all watching the Olympics and hoping you all watching those Australians winning all the gold medals. So, and good luck with everyone, and I'll speak to you guys all next week. See you soon. Bye.